Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in today's video we're going to be talking a little bit and previewing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears, so let's get right into it. I'm still in Maryland, so I won't be able to actually watch this game because when the game's going on Sunday, I will be flying home. I think I'll be able to catch the first half of it, but not the second half, so there will be a late review and reaction video later that night. But anyway, getting quickly into it, the first thing that I want to talk about is pretty darn obvious, and that is who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's two camps. One is the Winston camp, one is the Fitzpatrick camp. A lot of people have said, well, Winston's the future, but it's a short week, and Fitz has been playing good so far for the first 3 weeks. Let him be the guy. And then you have the people who say, well, Jameis Winston, he's the franchise quarterback. You know, play your franchise quarterback. And you know, both of these arguments are very reasonable and very understandable. I think the national media believes that Fitzpatrick's going to be the starting quarterback. I honestly could not tell you. I have no idea who's going to be the starting quarterback. I don't even know if I could give a guess. I guess we just have to wait and see, because you could literally make an argument for either quarterback. So whichever one is under quarterback, they still have a ton of weapons to work with. You have O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate, who came alive this past game. Both tight ends looked really good. You have Mike Evans, Desean Jackson, Chris Godwin. Just every week you talk about the weapons and how good they are, and regardless of who's under center, they're going to have a ton of weapons at their disposal. So I'm looking for more consistency from the entirety of the offense. You know, they scored, what was it, 37 in their first game against the New Orleans Saints, and then they scored, I believe, 27 against the Eagles, and then they scored 27 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So like I said, if you keep on scoring 27, or no, they didn't score, they scored a lot more than 37 against the Saints. I think they scored 48. 48 against the Saints. But like I said, if you can score 24 to 27 points a game, you can win pretty much you can win 85 to 90% of the games that you play in. So hopefully the offense just keeps on going, keeps on rolling. Todd Monken's been doing a wonderful job calling plays so far, so I'm looking for consistency there. On the defensive, or actually talking about the offensive line real quick, last game was rough. Okay, last game was rough, and to their credit, they've been playing a ton of really good defensive lines so far. The Saints have a good defensive line. Obviously, Philadelphia has one of the better, if not the best, defensive line in the league, and then Pittsburgh's defensive line is very good as well. Things don't get very easier with the Chicago Bears, especially with the addition of Khalil Mack. I believe Khalil Mack's going to be going up against a combination of Caleb Benenoch and DeMar Dodson for most of this game. So thankfully, you have arguably our best offensive lineman, possibly our second best offensive lineman. Ali Marpet's really good right now at this point, but it's good that we have one of our better pass blocking offensive linemen going up against Khalil Mack, because that dude's dangerous. I still don't know why the Raiders traded him away, but he might cause a lot of problems for this offensive line. But hopefully Ryan Jensen gets a little bit healthier. I think that was huge. This past game with Ryan Jensen being sick, I think that kind of messed up some things, because you can't play. Obviously, he wasn't playing 100%. He was literally I think the day before the game, he had tubes in his nose and whatnot because he was so sick. So I think if he's a little bit healthier, he gets past that illness, I think this offensive line is going to go back to what it was like the first two games, which is a very encouraging thing. So I don't really have a whole lot of concerns with the offense. I would say maybe Peyton Barber, just hand him the ball off more. Dirk Cutter said in press conferences, you know, we got to hand off the ball more. We got to hand off the ball more. And I kind of agree. I'm usually of the mindset of if you can control the ground game and whatnot, then that just opens up the offense so much, you know, because you can run the play actions, and Fitz looks really good running deep pass play actions. So that's a very encouraging thing to see. Taking a look at the defensive side of the ball, and a lot of people have been crapping on Mike Smith and, you know, some of this defense. Things didn't get any easier. Chris Conte got put on the injured reserve, and they signed Andrew Adams. I know a lot of people don't like Chris Conte, but at least he knew the system. Now we have a guy who still has to learn the system. I think Andrew Adams is very good. He's a wonderful young safety. I believe he's only 25 years old. Played at UConn, I believe. And he's been a starter before. He played 2 seasons with the Giants, and he was a starter for 1 year, so I have no problems with Andrew Adams. But it's going to take him a little bit of time to learn this defensive scheme, especially considering it's Mike Smith's defensive scheme, which players have said that it's complicated to learn sometimes. So, you know, that secondary, it's going to be Jordan Whitehead, it's going to be Jordan Whitehead, Justin Evans, Isaiah Johnson. That's pretty young secondary, especially throwing in Carlton Davis, MJ Stewart. Brent Grimes is going to be your oldest guy by far, and he's going to be your only old guy. So hopefully, hopefully the defense can show up and look good. I'm hoping they can, because they've looked decent these past couple of games, but they've had some really bad play so far. They dropped 23 points to the Saints. They dropped 23 points to the Steelers. I don't know what I'm saying. They dropped, I believe, 30-some points to the Saints, and they dropped 21 points to the Eagles. So they definitely have a lot to improve on, and hopefully they can just get things going. I definitely want to see the defensive line improve. That's going to be huge. JPP and Gerald McCoy have looked exactly as advertised. They've been pressuring the quarterback. JPP already has, I believe, 2 or 3 sacks to his name, so he's going to break 10 sacks. I'm pretty much confirmed on that one. But yeah, overall, the defense does need to improve a little bit, specifically in the secondary. I think the defensive line and the linebackers are playing pretty well, but that secondary, they're really young. They still have a lot of learning. They still have a lot of growing to do. So they need to improve a little bit, which is fine. But that's all good. And then for the special teams and whatnot, just keep on doing what they're doing. We have the best punt coverage team in the league. We have one of the better punters in the league. We have currently one of the better kickers in the league, it seems like, with Chandler Catanzaro. So for these guys, I'm just looking for consistency. I'm looking for improvement. I'm just looking for, the special teams to just keep on keeping on, because honestly, it helps. It helps out a lot. Special teams is 1/3 of the game, and it's shown that we can be really good on special teams. Look at Desean Jackson as a returner. He had a punt return for a touchdown last game. So special teams is a big deal. It can definitely help change momentum in a humongous way. So, Catanzaro needs to keep on going out there kicking these field goals. Brian Anger needs to keep on giving the opposing teams bad fields to work with, and we just need to keep on going. And the defense does need to improve, specifically in the secondary. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really know if I have much more to say. I don't know. I mean, that offense, you have Allen Robinson, who's probably going to be going up against Brent Grimes, who clearly showed rust this past game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers and Antonio Brown and whatnot. But Grimes has just always been a really good cornerback for us. I think he will continue to keep on keeping on and doing good. So, I don't really have any problems. I know some people have been concerned with Brent Grimes, and they're like, oh, he's old, he's washed up, but it's only been one game. Let's give him a break. So, I have faith in Brent Grimes. I have faith in this young secondary. Carlton Davis has been looking pretty good, in my opinion, and MJ Stewart's still learning, so, I like him. Hopefully Marcus Williams gets some more playing time, because he's pretty good, in my opinion. And Ryan Smith, he's been doing some good things this year. Hopefully he just continues to keep on keeping on. Hopefully he just keeps on improving. I know a lot of people don't like Ryan Smith as well, but he's a really good special teams gunner, and he seems to be improving as a cornerback, so hopefully everything can work out there. But, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's kind of a weird video. I'm actually moving stuff right now, so I have to kind of hurry along in this video. But, yeah, we're closing up an apartment up here. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. I guess actually while I'm here, I'll show you the outside of Maryland, so that should be entertaining. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. But yeah, this is where I am right now, so it's pretty cool. That looks pretty nice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.